Alright, folks. I believe we're good here now for the second go around. This is the new Fluval Evo first draft for aquascaping. Yes, IFG, I'm a bell end, I know. You know I'm computer illiterate. Yes, thank you, Jamie. This is a little better. JJ, thank you. What's up, J Hook? IFG, I see you, and you know you see me. IFG, I see you, and you know you see me. Ooh, backfeed. Let's turn that down. Thanks, Alexi. What's up, Gary? Sandro? Trying to get into the little live chat here. Ah, there we go. What's up, y'all? What's up, my brother Michael? Or should I call you Aaron like everybody else does? Pet Sodix, what's up? Totes my goats. Montreal, what's up, Sandro? Love me some Canada. You can do it, Daniel. You got this. What's up, Mo? Yeah, this is the Nano Tank Challenge. This is attempt basically 1.5. I have some really good ideas for this tank. So this is just attempt numero uno. The tank will be staying bare bottom. The scape is, I would say, 50% done. I think I'm going to change that right side a tiny bit, but so far so good with this Fluval Evo 12. So the flow from the return pump is not all that strong, so I just pointed the outtake up towards the surface and I added a circ pump on the right side. Houston, what's up? Thank you, JJ. Thanks, Vince. If you guys want to critique, or what do you guys think? Because I think I'm pretty sure I read the rules. Actually, I'm pretty sure I did not read the rules. Oh, that sucks. It's just a million trillion below zero here, so my boiler is going to go off like every 2 seconds. Anyway, I'm pretty sure the rules are for Rico's Reef Tank 2018 challenge that you can have water in it, but nothing, no corals, no fish. So I have another, what's today, the 13th? So I got another 17, 18 days or whatever to finish this aquascape, which I'm pretty close, but not there. And then challenge accepted for coral propagation. Oh, W1 Thunder wants me to give away t-shirts, please. Alright, well, how many people are watching here? 34? That's not bad. I think if we can get to 50, I can probably give away some t-shirts. I did mail out all 3 t-shirts from the last live stream with this month's My Aquarium Box. Wife thinks you're crazy watching tank videos. Yes. We're all crazy. I did see a meme the other day that was like some wife yelling at a husband like, why can't you watch porn like a normal husband? Because he's watching tank videos. So yeah, your wife's probably right, because my wife thinks I'm crazy, and I am crazy. Brian Rando. yes, why am I not doing any sand? So I've been wanting to do a bare bottom tank for like the longest time, and I am going to be, after the contest is done, I'm going to be putting maybe, I would say 15 to 20 frags of GSP, Green Star polyps, all along the bottom of the tank, and I'm gonna, basically it's gonna look like a Green Star polyp carpet. And that's why I'm going bare bottom. The whole bottom will be GSP. Bye-bye. How much rock is in there? I would say at least 15 pounds. I wasn't really concerned about the amount of rock because I have plenty of media in the filter to hold beneficial bacteria, but I just was concentrating really on the scape. I've really always wanted to do a bare bottom saltwater tank, and I've wanted to have the scape really look like a reef all around, you know, like you see Universal Rocks or whoever have those really nice backgrounds. Well, I want to create my own background. I want to create the scape from all three sides with the depth and everything, and I want to make it look really, really sweet. So story long, I have no clue how many pounds of rocks, just concentrating on making the scape look amazing. And there'll be plenty of space for the BB to colonize. Priscilla, I'm sticking with the Zoom Ed light. I didn't like the top on the tank when it came. I tried it. The light was just looked way too bright. You didn't really get that nice shimmer, so I kept the Zoom Ed that I had on my 10-gallon. Oscar, what's in my filter? I have Biohome Media, sponges, polyfilter pad, Chemi Pure Blue, the return pump, and a heater. And that's in the whole side. Thank you, Daniel. Yes, it was freezing tonight. There is a fire, and I did not get a chance to watch National Geographic because I was on the phone with my good buddies Michael and Greg, and we were talking my Aquarium Box stuff. So no fire here. Well, there is a fire going, just I'm downstairs because I was talking to them and trying to scape this tank out, and I was moving rocks here, then I was moving rocks there, then I was pulling them out, spilling water. But I'm fairly close to the scape. Yeah, I love this Carib Sea Life Rock. Absolutely love it. Oh, maybe now you guys can hear me for like half a second before the boiler kicks back in. Yeah, I love this Carib Sea Life Rock. I've used it in every one of my scapes. So this is will be my third saltwater tank. You know, I got the 40, which is looking absolutely gorgeous right now. And then I have my first original 10, which was 3 years old, and now I've got this 13.5 gallon, which is going to be super nice to really want to focus on the scape and the placement of corals as opposed to just getting corals and hoping they survive here or there or putting them in the flow. Like, I really want to pick out the corals first. What's up, Keith? Well, did I even plug in the microphone? Let's try this. See what this has to do. How's that? Let me know if you guys can hear me better. Check, check. Does that sound good? And the boiler. Not as good, son of a... Alright, pulling it off. Alright, that's good. What's up, Chris? Edgar. Oh, next move for the tank, Daniel, is just waiting for the January 1st Rico's Reef Tank Challenge to have its inaugural fireworks and start, and then I'll be putting a ton of coral in this tank. But I think the rules are you can only have like one head corals, or it's got to be like on an inch disc frag. But I think once I get finished aquascaping this and then I add the corals that I've already picked out, it's gonna look pretty sweet. I'm looking forward to it. No, I don't even think I'm gonna add the clown and the fish from my old tank. I think I'm just gonna leave them in the 40, and I think the company is Nano Reef Aquaculture. I'm sure Greg will post it down below if he's watching. I'm hoping to get a real nice pair of designer clowns that are specifically bred that nobody else has. They're up in Maine, and that's what I think I'm going to be putting in here. Then maybe, you know, probably a shrimp or something. Cleanup crew. I don't know, Mo. Whatever type of wrasse you're trying to keep. Can I have any plants in this tank? I probably could, but I don't think I will. My rocks are barely touching the sides of the tank, Oscar. How often do you think I need to clean the bottom of my rocks in my peacock hap tank? I haven't kept cichlids for a long time, but I know when I did, they were shit machines, and all they do is crap, so I would clean the bottom of your tank as often as you can. I would like to give you guys, where are we at? Oh, 32. Ship machines indeed, right? I would like to give a shout out to my boy Jef B down in Hawaii. If you guys don't know his channel, go check out Jef B, JEF-B, or he might be under 808 Fishkeeper. He's my boy, and he's got some cool videos, and he recently just moved his entire fish room to a whole new place, and I think he's gonna put up a new video tonight, so go check him out, give him a sub. All right, 33, come on, 17 more shirt giveaways. I got about 20 minutes on this live stream. I wanted to see if I could get some of these reefers to come on and figure out what's up with the scape. Why are the rocks so close to the glass? How am I gonna scrape the glass? So this is the deal. It's a bare bottom tank, right? And it will take a good year, maybe 16 months for the entire bottom to be filled with green star polyps. In the meantime, these rocks slide very easily. There's no sand, they're not wedged in place, and although it looks like they're touching the glass, on both sides there's still, like, you know, half a centimeter of space that I can get in there with paper towel or whatever, so that'll be no problem cleaning the glass. I'm not really worried about that. My name is Mike in real life. Mike from Mass. Thank you. WM Thunder 36. What's up, Justin from the UK? Up, back to 30. 31. Holland, Massachusetts? Seriously? Holland? I didn't know that was in Massachusetts. Anyway. Yeah. Corals will be from top to bottom. Torches and hammers. And then we're going to do an Acan island on the right and Zoas on the bottom left, and then the whole right side will be the same thing. Torches, hammers. River Life, what's up, buddy? Softies and LPS, yes. There's quite a few pieces of rocks. I've been breaking up rocks all night, trying to just find out what I think looks good. It's gonna be like, it'll be tough to just end on a scape. I've been changing it for hours and hours and hours, the other night, tonight. So Carib Sea Life Rock, I love this stuff. Oh, on the Connecticut border. There we go. What's up, Ron? Yeah, so this scape will also have, you see, like right in between the middle, I got that piece of rock right on the glass. There's going to be a few more of those, and I mean, I'm probably going to do at least another couple hours on this before I'm fully satisfied. And then once the corals like come in, perfect. It's going to look good. Well, Mo, in one of the My Aquarium Box boxes, we had the Zoomed magnetic clamp. And so basically it's like a heater clamp, and you just stick the rock right in there, but it's a magnet, so you can move it around. They are absolutely awesome. If I want it here, where do I want it? I want it there, I want it there. Upside down, this way, way over here. And so these are super cool. I want it just like this. I think that's where I had it. That's where I want it. But I absolutely love those things. Really, really cool. I'm gonna have a bunch more in there. This is a 13.5 gallon. I wouldn't put like a giant rock on the magnet, but so what the deal is it's on the magnet, and it's, instead of like having a frag rack, you actually can place a bunch of these all over the tank, and it acts like a frag rack, but it looks like a real reef. So I mean, that was my goal. I had this package from My Aquarium Box, not even like a shameless plug. Greg's bringing me a bunch of the leftovers over, and I will be putting them, AquaScaping them in the tank just like that, and I think it'll look really badass. Alright, are we at, oh, we're at 52. Alright, I think we should give away a t-shirt or two. US only, sorry folks. Hi from Ontario. I was just in Ontario, I'm sorry. If you want to start a Nano Reef, go with like a 20 gallon at least. What's the rules for a Nano Reef? 24 or less or something, right around there. It's got to be it. All right, so let's see here. We'll ask a question, and when I say go, you're gonna have to guess it, and then if you live in the United States, I will mail you a t-shirt. Minnesota, what's up? All right. What is the question? Let's see. Does anybody know? So my new lab, who is 5 months old, is named Sir Huckleberry Finley. Anybody who's watched my channel for a long time knows I used to have a chocolate lab who was 12 years old. Does anybody know her name? And go. First person gets a t-shirt. Chocolate lab. She was the sweetest girl. Alright, her name begins with an M, if that helps. Maggie, Jamie McDonald, you win. Jamie McDonald was the first person to say Maggie. Keith, right behind. Sorry, brother. Very close. Patricia, third place. Alright, Keith. So, you can email me. Just go to my YouTube channel and where it says to email me. I will know who you are because I can see your thing on the chat. And email me your size and your address, and I'll take care of that. Good job, guys. Close, close, close. Good job, Jamie. And just like that, back down. So, yeah, this is what I'm going to end up going with. Probably cut this. No, there will be no skimmer on this tank. This will be strictly the overflow box with a lot of media, ChemiPure Blue, sponges, polyfilter pad, just like my last tank. It's just, you have more water to work with, so that's nice. But it'll go through the exact same thing all the other tanks go through that when you start them up. You just really have to have the patience to wait it out, get your tank established, place your corals where you want them, making sure they're working, making sure this or that, and you know, eventually with the saltwater nano game, it could take quite a while to get your tank even to where it's comfortable. Reef tanks are never comfortable in my mind, ever. Water change plan for this will be always probably about 4 or 5 gallons every 3 weeks to a month, depending on what type of corals, depending on how demanding the corals. My last tank, the last 10 gallon I had for 3 years, I put like the most least demanding corals possible in the tank, so there was really nothing you had to do. But with my plan for this tank, I may have to do water changes. I would say probably every 3 weeks to a month would be good for this tank. But we'll see. Each tank is their own. I've set up plenty of tanks, and this is a new one, so it'll be different, I'm sure. Alright, go for it, J-Dub. Thank you, Marla. Yes, I'm just going to tell it like it is. Oh, the light for the tank, if you're asking me, is the Zoomed. You know, it's an LED. It's got whites and blues. It doesn't have you can't like ramp up with blues and hit the whites and then ramp down. It's just blues and whites. And I had it hanging over my first nano tank for over 3 years, right around 3 years, and I mean, it grew corals and it looks awesome, so it's right here and that's what it's doing. So really the only thing I didn't use for this whole Fluval setup was the cover and the light. I have to plug in my phone here. But the best part is always the scape. Black ice clownfish are sick, huh? I don't know those. I'll have to look those up. Yeah, my last 10-gallon did actually have bubble algae. I had quite a few. It's weird how it disappears and then you don't see it for a long time, and then I literally never added anything to my tank in so many months, like almost a year, and then all of a sudden I get bubble algae, like out of nowhere. You know, never even adding anything into the tank. Oh, a lionfish. Yeah, I've always wanted one of those. I still have a 135-gallon reef tank in my garage with a 52-gallon sump ready to be set up, but I go ahead and I want to set up this 13.5-gallon. I love the challenge, and this tank is just so gorgeous. It's just rimless. It's super sleek. Louis reef tank. Yeah, I always run polyfilter in my reef tanks. That's all I've done. Cool, Daniel. Where we at now? 50, still at 50. So let's give this another 10 minutes. What do you guys want to talk about? Where's Rico? He's probably in bed. He did a live stream for about 97 hours straight, which was funny because he does a live stream every single day. We should be paying him. K-Lil. Polyfilter is good, by the way. Benefits of bare bottom. You know, I don't really know. This is going to be my first bare bottom saltwater tank. I wanted to do one with my second one, but I just added the sand and I went into it, and I really I've always been a freshwater guy, and I love carpets, freshwater carpets with, you know, all the freshwater plants you can use to do that. But I want this tank to have all GSP all running through the bare bottom part of it. But, you know, it's also a benefit is you're not going to get a lot of like detritus and, you know, places for things to live. They're all going to live inside the rocks, and that's where your beneficial bacteria will be. So I'm looking forward to it. My rainbow fish have been gone for a couple years now, J-Dub. Questions are too long. Takes me forever to read. Yeah, I love ChemiPure. It's a carbon that runs good and cleans the water, and, you know, I love it. Makes everything look good. No, I'm not going to do any refugiums, Ryan. I mean, I have in my 40 for a while I did it, and actually the tank is looking much better without it, so that is right where it is where it's good. I try to keep the temp between 70, like 77 and a half, and 80 degrees. Like right 77 to 80. It's perfect. But there is like a little bit of work I gotta do with the right side of the scape. The camera is not picking it up too bad, but it looks way better in person. Nope. My auto top off is myself coming down, and every night when I feed fish, I will check the check it, and I just dump some RO in it. I get a little bottle, actually right here, a little bottle RO always. I mean, I got like 50 gallons of it over on the side, but anyway. This tank is going to be mostly soft corals with some LPS, but no SPS corals. I'm going to have, for cleanup crew, you know, I'm sure there'll be a shrimp in here, cherry shrimp or skunk cleaner, and I'll have hermit crabs and snails. I'd really like to try to make sure the corals get good and established, and then do like a little small sea urchin. Sanjay Yoshi, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Like, he's got this tank that I'm absolutely in love with. He says he hasn't done a water change in like 5 years. He's had the tank for like 20 years. It's got the most beautiful soft corals. It's got a sea urchin. He kind of uses it as quarantine tank, he said. I don't know, there was a video Reef Builders did on it that I absolutely loved. And it was just such a gorgeous tank. And the fact that it was a no-maintenance tank was even better, because that's what, like, I strive for beautiful tanks with the little amount of maintenance you can do. Now, that doesn't mean zero maintenance to make the tank look like absolute shit. I want the tank to look beautiful. So whatever I have to do to make it look beautiful, but the very least amount, that's what I'm doing. I was hoping Jef B would jump on, because I'm going to post a link down below. I want you to go subscribe to Jef B. If you can see this little thing sticking out on the top left, it's going to be like my frag rack. I'm going to have these magnetic clip holders hold little pieces of live rock throughout the tank, and that's going to make it not only have a purpose, but it'll look badass too. So, if you like that. A frag is when you propagate a coral by clipping some of the coral off the big colony, and you glue it to a little piece, and then that will turn into more coral, and then you can frag that, and so on and so forth. Alright, we got one shirt giveaway. I'll do another shirt, Mass Aquarium shirt. Get this, hit the likes, get the people up to 50. We'll do one more giveaway, then we'll call it a night. Anybody else has to comment on this frag tank, we can go over to the other reef tank. Unplug for a sec here. So this is the 40. It's looking pretty sweet. I can only hope that the newest 10-gallon, because I really loved my last 10-gallon. Again, I'm sorry for the boiler, folks. I really loved the last 10-gallon, and it was my first reef tank. It taught me a lot, and I have this now, the 40 breeder, which is absolutely, you know, beautiful. Rico, my brother from another mother. What's up, brother? Yeah, so I've always liked this 40. This is like the one I really like pay most attention to. as most as you possibly can. You know, well, I run things really bare. I run them bare. Hang on back filter, heater, circ pump, wave maker, job done. No skimmer, no sump. And this tank has just really come along. Unbelievable. Let's give you a quick overview. And it's still got, you know, a good couple years to go before, like, you know, imagine when all these look like this, you know? I mean, these are some of the originals right here, you know, and these are fairly new. So imagine when this looks like that. I mean, that's the beauty of a reef tank. Look at this little puppy. Hawkfish. But yeah, how do I keep the sand bed so clean? You know, you gravel vac it. Get your gravel vac in there. While you're sucking up water, let the sand go like halfway up your vac, and then pinch off the line, and the sand falls back down. You get all that crap. But this tank, this GSP rock started with like a quarter-size rock, quarter-size coral. All these corals were I didn't buy any colonies. I think actually my buddy Ron gave me this hammer, a branching hammer, but it was like, you know, 20 times smaller than this. And he did give me this as literally the size of a dime. That little middle thing was, you know, penny or a dime, and now it's like the size of a friggin' fist. But this whole tank is all tiny frags and time and patience, and I mean, that's all it is. You take care of your tank, time and patience. Yeah, just a hang on back filter. Nope, it was Bahama Oolite sand. I think this has been set up for a little over 2 years. Maybe it just hit the 2-year mark, or it's over 2 years. I don't know. But you can go back to the YouTube channel. Stupid boiler. You can go back to the, you know, any one of my videos, and the date will show exactly when I set up the tank. And this is a Mars Aqua dimmable LED. I do not use a skimmer on any of my tanks, no. In fact, this poor guy, actually, I thought, I was really nervous because I've had these clowns in here for the majority of the tank. Chris, the bell end. I know what a bell end is. I do water changes every 7 to 10 days, 5 gallons. I was nervous about this clown that I had in my 10 that I took down for Rico's challenge. And I've had these guys in here forever, but they really haven't been bothering anybody. I have 47 people watching. I'm viewing on my cell phone, so the comments, they still coming up, but I need 50. As soon as I see now it's 46. As soon as I see 50, we're gonna give away that second t-shirt. Look at this bird's nest too. It does have a little cyano on it. It's really pissing me off. It like literally all went away and then back down. But that is the 40-gallon reef. I don't keep anything difficult, folks, so no emerald crabs. It all depends. There's one female and the rest end up being males. 51. All right, so I can definitely right now do another t-shirt contest. So just to answer the light question, my blues come on, and then an hour later my whites come on. and then my whites go off and my blues go off. So I run my blues first and last for 10 hours and my whites for 8 hours. This tank took roughly, I don't know, it was fairly quick, like a month to cycle. I used Dr. Tim's beneficial bacteria, one and only nitrifying bacteria, added fish right away, boom. These Darwin clowns have been in here since like the first 3 weeks this tank was set up. All right. Let's see here. Since I'm a Patriots fan, here comes the contest. Nobody start typing anything. It's not going to count until I say go. I use dry rock, Carib Sea Life Rock. It's not live rock. It's a dry rock that they say they've impregnated it with dormant bacteria, but that's what I've used in all my tanks. So, who kicked the winning field goal for the Patriots Super Bowl in 2001? Their first Super Bowl that Tom Brady won. And go. Sorry, no. Yes, Keith Bratley, you are the winner. Keith is the winner. Adam Vinatieri. All right, Keith, email me. Yeah, too easy. You already won, Jamie. All right, so you two guys are going to get some t-shirts. And yeah, this 40 is looking, you know what's awesome is like this bubble tip is just, see if I can get like any, here's a picture like where the things, you know, it keeps splitting and it's going all over the back of this tank. It looked so cool when I had it in the front of the tank and it just walked. But if you see how this kind of like the whole tank, this tank really has some depth. I mean, it's got your foreground corals, it's got your mid-ground corals, it's got your top-level corals, it's got colors, all sorts of colors in all sorts of places. It's got caves in all the directions, so the flow from all the pumps really can get in between all this stuff. And every piece of rock you have, folks, does not have to have coral on it. Like you have these downtime pieces, but I mean, this is what you can get. This tank has roughly, I would say 40, maybe 35 to 40 pounds of rock. I got the top on Dr. Foster's and Smith. How much did the whole tank setup cost? Oh, Jesus. The tank and the hang-on back filter. So let's say the tank is $40, the hang-on back's $40, so that's 80. The light was 80, so that's 160. The circ pump was 40, so 200. The other circulation pump, let's say 20, and the heater is, you know, 20. So that's how much the setup costs. But, you know, all the corals, that's where the money comes in. You got to buy corals, or you got to frag swap, and then you got to be patient, and you got to figure out a maintenance that works, and where corals grow. I mean, that's one of the best things. You know, I've been a freshwater guy forever, so figuring out where corals grow best is different than knowing where to plant plants. You know, these plants are foreground plants and midground and so on and so forth. Well, it's the same thing, it's just a different style. So plants, fresh plants are foreground, front, middle, back. Corals are almost low, middle, bottom. They go the opposite way towards the light. And I suppose some fresh is like that, but you know. But so that's the 40. I absolutely love this tank. This tank is gorgeous. And here is for my boy Goldie McGee, Rico's Reef Tank. I will try to remember to post the link to his channel down below. But this is his Nano Challenge reef tank. It was really cool that he just decided, well, whenever he decided to actually, you know, throw the contest, it just so happened that I was getting Fluval to sponsor this Evo 12 saltwater aquarium kit. And so it just worked out perfect, and it was awesome. So this is like day 2 or night 2 on the setup on the AquaScape, and I've got, what's today, the 13th? So I've got plenty of time before the 1st to absolutely perfect this scape. And then once the corals and the fish go in, first place, here I come. Rico's still in the house. The dude is like a live stream machine. He's like a live stream robot. He makes people want to hang out. It's awesome. Are we back? All right, we're at 48. So let's hit some likes. Let's get back to 50, and I'll give away the 3rd t-shirt. I've been doing 3 t-shirts for my live stream, so let's get one more in there. 44. Come on, let's get up to 50. I have no clue about those freshwater sharks. I know they get giant, so I hope you have like at least a 55-gallon tank. Yeah. I have, Allie, I have that clownfish. Well, I have both those clownfish in my 40. They are Percula clownfish. They're just, the strain is Darwin, and I think one's just regular. Danny, go over to Rico's Reef Tank channel, and then you go to DC Reefer, and you can find out what the challenges and the Rico's Reef Tank 2018 Nano Saltwater Tank Challenge. Oh my god, I talked to him the other night and I still don't friggin' remember what I'm supposed to hashtag it. I hope I hashtagged it on Instagram tonight. I'm sure he knows it. There it is. Rico's Nano Challenge 2018 / I do live streams 24 hours a day /.org. Jamie, for a novice, if you're gonna just start with reef tanks, just go as big as you possibly can. I know that's cliche to say as big as you can is your first reef tank, but it's true. The more water volume you can have in your first reef tank, the mistakes you made won't be as concentrated in a small tank. I was told that by Michael, my brother from the UK, and I said screw you, and I went with the 10-gallon anyway, and I made a lot of mistakes, and just through perseverance and refusal to fail determination did I make that 10-gallon last as long as it did, till I realized that you can do a lot more with a lot bigger, but it costs a lot more money, but it's a little bit more easier. So the bigger you can go, the better. Yeah, OG. We all need, listen, Rico's still here, and OG. Who else goes on Rico's live streams? Because it's friggin' all day long, but I get to work and I'm like, I do a little work and then I'm like, oh, let's go check my email. But really what I'm doing is seeing if Rico started his live stream. Now, like, there's everybody on, and then like 8 hours later you go on to check it and everybody's still on. Everybody's doing their shopping. There's people walking through Walmart, walking through Stop and Shop. They're getting their oil changed. They're going to work, they're in their car smoking a butt. Like, everybody's doing everything, but everybody's on the Rico's live stream. So go sub to Rico, get on his live stream. It's literally like a place to hang out all day long and talk about reef tanks. There is absolutely 0 or maybe 2% freshwater talk. It's mostly a reef tank live stream, but everybody is super helpful, and apparently everybody that's on the live stream every day must be rich, because they never work and they're on the live stream every day. So if you can, email me what you guys do for a living so I can get in on that. Oh, 38, 39. Come on, let's get back up to 50. I'll give that third t-shirt away. What's a good beginner coral? Like any soft coral really is a good beginner coral. So like when they say beginner plants, I know there's a lot of beginner plants that I've had great success with that a lot of people say they can't grow because I don't know what they're doing at their house. And I think that's the same with beginner coral. Like, there is a few corals that are very tough to screw up, but if you don't know how to take care of the water, you know, any coral is going to die. So, I don't know. A lot of people say zoas are good beginner corals, but my zoas always cover an entire rock, and you're like, oh my god, those are the best zoas ever. And then they just start melting back and they die for no reason at all. Is my 40 your biggest reef tank? Yes, the 40 gallon is my biggest reef tank right now. Go to the DC Reefer and Rico's Reef Tank. Jets, jets, jets. Blah. Almost there. No. Alright. I'm giving this like 3 more minutes. If we get to 50, I'll give that third t-shirt away. And then I'm calling it a night. Because unlike Rico's... Oh, finally. Now CJ's here. Oh, jeez. Or Rico and CJ will start double action live streams right after I end this one. Rico will be talking with his hat on backwards and his tank top on, and CJ with his sweet sexy voice will be luring people over to his live stream. But we'll all be on both live streams. We'll be minimizing this and having this on our iPhones. OG all-nighter. Oh my god, I wish. Here we go. It's like West Coast Reefer, Martins. Oh my god, they're all here. They've merged over. So what it looks like is we might have to do a 24-hour live stream with Rico, CJ, myself, whoever else wants to join the live stream that literally has nothing to do besides be a bunch of dorks and talk about reef tanks all day. Literally all day long. It'll be non-stop, 24 hours, just like the freaking Home Shopping Network, and we'll do reef tanks all day. Alright, did we get... Oh, 56. Yeah, boy. Alright. So, let's do the third aquarium cabinet solutions. Jesus, what time is it for you? My god, it must be like the morning already. Alright, here we go. We're going to do the third giveaway for the t-shirt. And let's see, what are we going to do? 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 Alright, I'm going to keep it local like I like to do, and sports related. Out of the last 25 years, who is my favorite pitcher for the Boston Red Sox? And go. This could take a while. Guys better start Googling shit. Pedro Martinez, there you go. Lundy Boy 8. Pedro Martinez is correct. You can stop. Big Poppy is a DH, not a pitcher. Russell, sorry, just a little too late. So that's 3 awesome Mass Aquariums t-shirts. Let me see if I can get one right in front of the camera. Nope, doesn't work that good. Mass Aquariums t-shirts for you 3 people. All you have to do is shoot me an email. I have a screenshot of the name, and give me your real name and your address. Yeah, it was dark. Super dark. So CJ, if you're still here, and Rico, this is only gonna get really, really better. And everybody is in some nano tank trouble. And CJ, I know you are not taking your corals out of that work nano tank to start over. There's no way you're doing that. So we're still up strong, but we're gonna call this a night because I am exhausted. I am going to probably take another 1,000,000 looks at this tank, and I've got a bunch of rock hacked up. I chopped up a bunch of rock, got some different sizes, some really small pieces, some big pieces, and this is going to only get better. And I can't wait to put some coral in this tank and some fish. Rico's Reef Tank Challenge, Nano Reef Tank Challenge 2018. Thank you everybody for joining me on this live stream, and I will catch y'all later. Go check out Rico or CJ's live stream tomorrow all day. They each do 20 hours, and they mail each other coffee to make sure that they're both always doing a live stream all day long. I'm out.